Sin Fronteras, Western New York.
This is for you, mis hermanas y hermanos.
Where you can voice your thoughts on how we live, work, and play in Western New York.
Buffalo is in a renaissance, and Latinos are a huge part of our city's growth.
We want to hear your voice.
Llámame 837-1112.
Or hit us up on Facebook 24/7, 7 days a week. Talk with Samantha and Michelle, Sin Fronteras, Western New York, every Friday at 1 on WUFO 1080 AM.
Huepa!
Presented by the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York, dedicated to preserving the history of Hispanics in Western New York for future generations. You're listening to Sin Fronteras, West New York at 1. Good afternoon, I'm Samantha Martinez.
And I'm Michelle Agosto.
With only blue tarp serving as roofs, Humacao and the southeastern region of Puerto Rico survived the remnants of Storm Beryl.
And Sin Fronteras, Western New York will bring you the latest events happening in our community this weekend, including today's live studio guests, Dr. William Bauer and doctoral candidate Frances Heredia from the University of Buffalo.
And the Trump administration comes up short, missing the court-mandated deadline of reuniting all migrant children under the age of 5 years old with their families. The WEPA segment is brought to you by Plead Home Care. Want to make sure your loved one is cared for properly? Plead Home Care can teach you how to provide in-home care and get paid. Don't trust a stranger to cook meals, run errands, and give emotional support to your ailing relative. If your loved one needs in-home care, call Plead Home Care in Buffalo, New York, 716-261-2111. Hablamos Español. Y Taquerías Ranchos Las Delicias, serving authentic Mexican and Venezuelan food.
Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, the one and only Mexican restaurant that has the best original authentic Mexican food. Sopapillas, burritos, menudo, caldo de res, and the best Mexican tacos in town. ¡Qué delicia! And we have happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6. Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, 1516 Niagara Street, Buffalo, New York. Call us for reservation at 716-882-2800. 786-882-2800. Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, the one and only Mexican restaurant in Buffalo, New York.
The time is 1:04. Sin Fronteras, West New York is bringing you continuing coverage of the recovery efforts in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico deals with rain and flooding as remnants of Beryl moves over the island. The storm brought about 4 inches of rain and strong winds to the southeastern part of the island, creating flash flood conditions and exacerbating power outages. The risk from rain and wind is dire for about 60,000 people. Still have blue tarps on their roofs, which are after effects of Hurricane Maria from last September. A Harvard study published last month estimates that close to 5,000 people died as a result of Hurricane Maria. A viral video of a man harassing a woman for wearing a shirt that read Puerto Rico and demanding proof of citizenship has caught the attention of Puerto Rican's Governor Ricardo Rosselló. Maria Urizary was celebrating her birthday at the Forest Preserve in Cook County, Illinois, when she was approached by Timothy Tribus and was verbally assaulted. Controversy is brewing over a Forest Preserve officer who took a passive approach and, despite repeated attempts by Urizary, asking him to politely defuse the situation. Tribus was arrested and charged with assault and disorderly conduct only after more officers arrived on the scene. Patrick Connor, the officer in question, has since resigned. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory and Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens. However, a poll conducted by Morning Consult last year found that almost half of American citizens don't know that people born in Puerto Rico are also U.S. citizens. The Trump administration has fallen short in complying with a federal short order, only reuniting 38 of 102 migrant children under 5 years old by the Tuesday deadline. Government officials say they need an additional time to track down dozens of parents who are no longer in custody, including 19 who were already deported. By July 26, all children must be reunited with their families. 2,300 children have been separated from their parents since the Trump administration began separating migrant families back in May. Coming up next, we'll talk to Dr. William Bauer and doctoral candidate Frances Heredia from the University of Buffalo.
And welcome back. You're listening to Sin Fronteras, Western New York, and this is Michelle Agosto, and I'm so happy to have here live with us in the studio Dr. William Bauer. He is the Associate Education and Diversity Director of the BioXFL Science, and here also with him is Frances Heredia. a doctoral student from the University of Puerto Rico, studying here in Buffalo, New York. Bienvenidos, welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, so happy that you're here. So, Dr. Bauer, I'm going to call you Bill if you don't mind.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So you have a really long title.
I do. I have a few titles, right?
So I'm wondering, I know that your position is funded by the National Science Foundation, and there are all sorts of different kind of components to that. And I'm wondering, and you actually direct the education programs at the nonprofit Houghton Woodward Medical Research Institute, which is where I met you and Frances, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. I'm wondering if you can kind of explain in a more succinct manner what all that means.
Sure. Okay. So BioExpo is the Science and Technology Center funded by NSF, as you said. There's, at any given point, about 12 of these centers nationally, and ours is at least headquartered here in Buffalo, BioExpo. We have a lot of components that are spread out across the country. We have a lot of researchers at ASU in Arizona, also in Milwaukee, and even at Cornell. So we have a lot of students spread out, and one of our partner institutions is the University of Puerto Rico, so that's why we're working with them.
Very nice. And University of Puerto Rico, how long has that relationship been going on?
We started in 2015, so I've been working with the university students and faculty since then. We run a lot of programs for them. We have internships for graduate students and undergraduates. We have a fellowship program, and Frances just received a fellowship.
Yep.
Yay! Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's
She'll
great.
be funded for the next year through us.
Nice. What a relief.
Yes, it is.
So Frances, so you're from UPR, and you came here in May of 2017,
Yes.
right? So you've been here almost a year. So you're like a Buffalonian already.
Almost.
So I'm curious how both of you, I know you had that relationship with the UPR, so how did you manage to get Frances on campus?
Right. So one of the ways that we first engage the students in Puerto Rico is by having our annual conference there. We have an international conference, and the first 2 years we ran this, we held it in Puerto Rico. So this was a way to attract students and get them involved. And it wasn't until we moved the conference to Las Vegas that Frances first attended.
Yeah.
So I met her there, and she talked to me about her research and said that she'd like to do an internship with us. So all of the students that are in my WES, all the graduate students in the chemistry department, are required to do an internship for 1 year,
For 4 months.
Yeah, sorry. And so she happened to stay for a year
Yeah.
because she liked it so much.
That's awesome. Well, that's great. We're so happy that you're here. So now, Frances, I have a couple questions for you. So I'm going to let you talk about your research. It's very, very interesting. But before I get there, so when you came to Buffalo, there were several other women that I got to meet when we had a reception for you. The Women's Hispanic League had a reception for you. Did you know those ladies before you got here, or did you all kind of meet
No.
here? Okay.
We are all in the same department
I
of
see.
chemistry in BioWest, so
Okay.
we knew each other. We've known each other for years.
Okay. Very
We
nice.
don't work in the same labs, but for example, like the department organizes seminars and group things, and yes, we do spend some time together.
Okay, which was helpful coming to Buffalo.
Yes.
At least you know somebody, right? That's great. So now I want to know about what you do that brought you here. This research that you do that sounds really important. Can you explain a little bit what you're doing here in Buffalo?
Yes, of course. So I am studying a protein that is produced by tumors at the very early stages of development. What the protein does is that it creates blood vessels that go into the tumor to feed it like oxygen and nutrients that are in the blood, and it makes the tumor grow faster. So because it's one of the first proteins that the tumor produces, what we're hoping to do is to be able to create some kind of diagnostic test by detecting that protein in blood samples.
Interesting.
Wow, Frances, that was amazing. You're like just listening
Like,
to you.
wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I want listening to your enthusiasm as you explain that. What was your inspiration to go into such a field?
Well, honestly, ever since I was a child, I wanted to be a scientist. My family, there are a couple of doctors, and of course, like all families want their children to be doctors.
True. ¿Tiene que ser abogada o médica?
Yes, but like ever since I was like maybe 4, I was mixing up spices in my mother's kitchen and pretending that I was creating cures for diseases.
Wow.
So you messed up her food.
That's awesome.
So so I always knew that I wanted to be a scientist.
That's amazing. So, you know, talking about how you were playing in your mom's kitchen, talk to me a little bit about how your parents maybe supported you through this role.
Well, my parents, they all, you know, they went to college. They, of course, wanted me to go to college as well. My dad actually wanted me to be an engineer. I should have listened to him because engineers make more money. But I didn't. I went into science, and when I got into science, they started bombarding me with go to med school because you need to do a bachelor's degree in science to go to med school anyway. So they were like, it's halfway there. But I was like, my heart is set on doing research. I want to create cures for diseases. I want to help a lot of people. And so that's what I.
Because if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yes.
So let's talk about sciences and the young Latino children, especially young girls. I'm actually going to switch over now to Spanish and talk about this now. So, Francia, si me puedes hablar de los niños que quizás que no saben mucho que esto puede ser un trabajo en la rama de la ciencia, ¿verdad? Si me puedes hablar un poco de eso, cómo un papá puede traer esto que puede ser posible para ellos, cómo ellos lo pueden ayudar.
Pues mira, los niños son naturalmente curiosos y yo creo que lo que los papás deberían hacer es simplemente cuando vean esa curiosidad, pues permitirles que puedan explorar, por ejemplo, permitirles que vayan al Museo de Ciencia de aquí de Buffalo, que está completamente dirigido a los niños, y que tengan, pues, hay summer camps donde los niños pueden tener experiencias en ciencia. El Medical Campus organiza días en que los niños pueden entrar a los laboratorios y ver la investigación. O sea, se crea una presentación dirigida a los niños para que ellos puedan entender y para que les cause curiosidad y pues, les interese estudiar eso. Además, una cosa que muchos papás no saben cuando están pensando en la universidad es muy cara, pero la realidad es que en la rama de la ciencia hay muchísimas becas. Especialmente para los estudiantes que son minoría, especialmente para las mujeres. Así que para aquellas personas que piensan en la universidad pero lo ven un poquito difícil, la realidad es que en la rama de la ciencia tienen mucho más oportunidades que si estuvieran pensando en estudiar alguna artes liberales o algo así.
Eso, algo tan simple así como de llevándolos al museo de ciencia, dejándolos jugar con cosas así en la casa de curiosidad, ¿verdad? Que están inventando. No se lo quite, ¿verdad? Cuando dice la mamá a veces, mira niño, ¿qué estás inventando? No, déjalo que invente, ¿no?
Claro.
¿Se me puedes hablar un poco más de las becas? Porque muchas veces la gente, como no saben cómo navegar eso. ¿Cómo fue su experiencia?
Pues yo todos los años lo que hacía era que me ponía a buscar primero muchas becas por internet. La clave para ganarse las becas es que mientras más difícil se te hace encontrar la información de dónde aplicar, más fácil es ganártela. ¿Por qué? Porque una beca que tú buscas por internet y te sale rápido, a esa aplican 100,000 personas. Pero si tú estás busca y pregunta a ver a quién te da información, vas a una oficina del gobierno y preguntas, esas becas que son difíciles de escuchar sobre ellas, esas son las que son más fáciles ganar. ¿Por qué? Porque aplican 10 personas, 50 personas, no es lo mismo. O sea, la competencia no es igual y entonces eso te da más oportunidades.
Y más que si son mujeres de color, ¿verdad? Que son, pero que son encima de eso que es mujer, porque es una minoría en científicas.
Exacto.
Si me puedes poner, si se puede usted poner disponible para quizás ayudar a los niños latinos, dar información, como usted está hablando de la beca, si podemos poner su información en Facebook, en el website, para que se pueda ayudar a los niños.
Claro que sí la puedo dar. ¿Quiere la diga por
Sí, claro, si se siente cómodo.
Pues mi cuenta de Facebook es Frances L. Heredia. Y pues así, soy la única Frances L. Heredia, me pueden encontrar con mucha facilidad.
I'm not surprised. Perfecto. So when Frances was speaking, Bill, she mentioned something about the discussion was about getting young ladies interested in science and the opportunities that are really out there for them, that there are many and that we just don't always know that they're there.
Right.
So I'm wondering, she talked about, there's ways to visit the campus, families can visit, young children, there may be activities to do. Can you talk a little bit about that and maybe the things that you do to bring families in?
Yeah, so in the VNMC medical campus, maybe you mentioned this already, I'm not sure.
It's okay, you can in English, it's okay.
So we have a student research discovery day where the students will come in and learn about the different careers that are available on the campus. And so we have tours set up that are for the kids, but also for the parents too. So this is for middle school and high school age kids. And they'll go through and learn about what happens at Children's Hospital behind the scenes and what we do for research and what Roswell does in their research labs and in their hospital. And so I think this is really a good way to get the kids exposed to a broad range of medical fields and scientific fields, and show them that they can do these things too, and that it's right in their backyard. A lot of people don't even know what happens on the campus, even the people that live right next door don't know. So it's a good way to come in and do this. We do this every year. This was in March. Yeah. For undergraduates, though, we have a program coming up. It's a workshop based on structural biology, which is the field of research that we're in. So we study proteins, like Frances mentioned, which are really like the machines in the cell. So this is what does all the work inside of the cells, and we study them at the atomic level, figure out where every atom is within the machine, so we can better understand how they work. And then if we know what they look like, we can figure out what they do and figure out ways to either shut it down or make it work better. So this is how a lot of pharmaceuticals work. You have a drug that binds to the protein and it shuts it down. And so this is a field that a lot of people rely on information from, but not a lot of people know how to do it. And so we are trying to educate them through this workshop. This is coming up in August, and you can find information on our website.
And what's the website, if you don't mind, if you know it? Or
yeah, it's hwi.buffalo.edu.
And they can just look up, and we'll put it on Facebook too, and they can research that. That's wonderful. So Frances, are you going to stay in Buffalo a little longer?
Well, I'm going to stay until December.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll leave.
That winter.
Yes, hopefully before the snow.
You're going to have to leave right before December.
Right. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I'm so proud you got the fellowship. I'm just really thrilled for you. So Dr. Bauer, thank you for coming, and Frances Heredia, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Taquerias Ranchos Las Delicias, serving authentic Mexican and Venezuelan food.
Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, the one and only Mexican restaurant that has the best original authentic Mexican food. Sopapillas, burritos, menudo, caldo de res, and the best Mexican tacos in town. ¡Qué delicia! And we have happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 to 6. Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, 1516 Niagara Street, Buffalo, New York. Call us for reservation at 716-882-2800. 786-882-2800. Taqueria Rancho Las Delicias, the one and only Mexican restaurant in Buffalo, New York.
The WEPA segment is brought to you by Plead Home Care. Want to make sure your loved one is cared for properly? Plead Home Care can teach you how to provide in-home care and get paid. Don't trust a stranger to cook meals and run errands to give emotional support to your ailing relative. If your loved one needs in-home care, call Plead Home Care in Buffalo, New York. 716-261-2111. Hablamos Español.
And now welcome to our WEPAS weekend update for July 13th, 2018. Our first event is Shakespeare in Delaware Park, and it's here. This is a show running nightly on Tuesdays through Sundays starting at 7:30 p.m. These free performances are held on Shakespeare in Delaware Park next to Hoyt Lake and behind the Rose Garden, not far from the Albright Knox Art Gallery. King Lear is running now through July 15th. After that is Much Ado About Nothing, which runs from July 26th through August 19th. The lead actress is in the Raíces production of La Lupe, Melinda Capales, so be there to support our local Latina actor. Get there a half hour before the show and bring a picnic basket. And for more information, go to shakespeareindelawarepark.org. And tonight is the official Grease Pole Festival kickoff party right at Bucho Social Club, located at 261 Swan Street. There will be a live performance from one of our favorite local bands, Ransom, and music by DJ Jowl and DJ C Perfect. You want to make sure to dress to impress. Doors open at 10 p.m. with a general admission of $10. And for more information, check out Bucho Social Club Facebook page. And if you still feel the need to work out after dancing all night, head to Canal Side and participate in Fit Like a Gladiator's Butt, Legs, and Thighs class, the BLT. I love that. One of Buffalo's most intense fitness classes. This program is part of the 2018 free summer health and fitness programming events at Canal Side, brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The first one is tomorrow, Saturday, July 14th, starting at 9 a.m. And just head to Canal Side's Pierce Lawn under the Thruway overpass. And remember, these classes are free to the public. For more information, go to www.canalsidebuffalo.com for more information. And lastly, the first annual Seniors Resource Fair will be at the Banos Unidos de Buffalo site on 254 Virginia Street. It will be Saturday, September 22nd at 11 a.m., but Eileen Gonzalez Marti, our friend and director at the Hispanic Heritage Council, is looking for vendors. So please, if you're interested in participating in this free community event, contact Eileen at 716-856-7110 or email her at Eileen Gonzalez Marti, all together at hubwny.org. And now you know what to do and where to go in Buffalo. Wepa! Everybody, wepa!
Wepa! Thanks for joining us for Sin Fronteras West New York every Friday at 1. Remember, you can always catch Sin Fronteras West New York online and on our Facebook page whenever you want, all the time, 24/7.
And Bill, you didn't say a wepa, so you owe me one. Wepa.
Wepa.
All right, there we go. Y ahora cerramos Sin Fronteras West New York con el gran combo en arroz con habichuela. Y otra vez, wepa. Adiós. Gracias. We feel so weak because it's hot as something else around here. So thank you. Have a great day. Enjoy your July weekend. Bye, Bill. All right, thank you. See you next week.
Canta mi Mozambique como lo canto yo. Canta mi Mozambique como lo canto yo. Canta mi Mozambique como lo canto yo. Thank you.